Ron Hubbard was a Luciferian. He talks about he's Lucifer. He's going to prevent the second coming of Jesus. And the devil's actually the good guy. And Jesus was an implant. And then he's an alien. I'm like, if Christians knew, until at that moment, I reached out to a staff member and I confessed everything. I'm depressed. I feel horrible. I was also scared to say, I couldn't say like I heard voices telling me to die. I did at that time. Because I'm like, am I having a psychotic break? Am I like my mom? I was so scared. I'm like, am I the crazy one? I always thought it was me. Like my blood ran cold because in a way I was reaching for Christianity. I was reaching for God. I was reaching for the religion of my old time, right? And so they said, you can't tweet like that. You represent Scientology. You're a Scientologist celebrity. Keep it shut. I said, I thought I can be a Christian. Of course you can be, but you have to remember this is social media. It can be interpreted by bad people in the wrong way, right? They put all of this other guilt trip around it. $2 million in 15 years. I was like, what am I doing? And I prayed. I said, Jesus, help me. Finally, I called out to Jesus. I said, help me. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
He brought me out. And that was 2 years ago. I was in St. Hill crying out. He brought me out of it. And I ended up moving to a place where there's very little Scientology. And the Lord said, leave Scientology. I heard the voice of God tell me that. I started going into counseling, deliverance ministry, Bible, back into a Christian faith, finally confronting, wait a second, let me Google Scientology. And when I did, I found out everything. And God told me, write a book about it, which I wrote my book, From Scientology to Christ, The Escape They Never Wanted Me to Make. Of course you can't be a Christian in Scientology.